we were at some kind of nightclb. And I was just so stoked. I was like, fucking Mike Tyson, no way, it's so rad. And everyone was going from the nightclub to this house party. And so, you know, I found out where it was, and I was like, I wasn't invited, but I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna show up. And I was by myself, and I just like, whatever, I took a taxi to show up at this random house, and I'm not invited, and I'm like, I want to party here, you know? And so I like ring the doorbell or whatever, I bang on the door, and the door opens up, and it's fucking Mike himself who opened up the door, right?
That's
and I'm
such a movie, dude.
Mike opens up the door, and I'm like, no way, I don't know anybody here, you know? I don't even know Mike, but I said, hey man, is it cool if I come in? And Mike, like, it was like he threw a punch, like it was like he threw a punch like past me, you know, like over my shoulder, and like threw it like next to me, past me, and hooked it, and then pulled
you by the shoulder.
Yeah, well, no, by the like clocked me in the back of my head, not knocking me into the house. He's like, get in here, you know.
I love it.
Yeah,
dude.
it was like this ghost punch, and he hooked it around and pulled me in the house, and we're in the house like not even a second, and he says, you got any Coke? And I said, fuck yeah, I do. I said, fuck yeah, I do. Not only do I have Coke, I have a bunch. And I was not kidding, man.
Shit.
I had like both pockets, right? I'd like, for anyone, you know, an 8-ball is like a fairly substantial amount of cocaine.
It's a lot.
You know, that's 3.5 grams. In my left pocket, I recall having an 8-ball that had not even been touched, and in my right pocket, I had like an 8-ball that had been like halfway through. So at the end of the day, it was roughly, I don't think I'm exaggerating a lot. I think I had about 5 grams of cocaine. All right, and so I'm like, yeah, I got a bunch. So Mike and I, we go in this bathroom in the house, right? We just fucking lock ourselves in this bathroom, and we were in there for like easy 3 hours.
Whose house was it?
Friend of mine.
Oh.
Yeah, we were in there for like fucking 3 hours, just
talking
on and on. I'll never forget when and here's the craziest thing is that, like, I was a cigarette smoker at the time. I smoked Newports. Mike asked me for a cigarette in this bathroom, like right when we first go in there. Oh, let me get a cigarette, right? I couldn't believe this. He takes the cigarette in his like a Newport cigarette. He rolls it between his fingers. You got to explain this to me, Mike, because I still don't understand it. He rolls it in his fingers back and forth so that the tobacco falls out on the bathroom counter. Right, like, and he keeps doing it, rolls it back and forth. So he gets done with it. Now, like, there's the brown filter on the end, and the cigarette paper is empty. It's just like a cylinder, like an empty tube of cigarette paper. So then he turns it right side up. We've got a whole pile of powder cocaine on the bathroom counter, and crush it all up, real fine powder. And Mike's like scooping it in with like a driver's license or credit card. I don't know. He's just scooping it in and pouring the powder into the tube, the cylinder of cigarette paper, right? No tobacco mixed in. It's just, he's just dumping in just pure cocaine, nothing but cocaine to fill this cigarette. And I'm looking at him, I'm so fascinated. I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, that just can't work. I mean, like, just like logistically, like, that can't fucking work that way. You know, like, the cocaine, the cigarette paper has to burn way faster than the cocaine, right? Like, you can't just have solid cocaine with like cigarette paper wrapped around it and expect it to smoke. And I'm watching him do this, and I'm just thinking, like, this is the most fascinating, like, fucking drug addict science fair experiment. you know? And
that's what it was.
And sure enough, he got it to work. I mean, did you pull the filter out?
Yeah, pull the filter out.
Pull the filter out, and he's just like cradling it, and like he smoked it. Now, I was like a little bit weirded out by the idea of smoking coke, so I was just snorting it. Mike finishes his cigarette contraption, and then like he gets done with it, and he makes another. And I'm so fascinated, right? I just keep giving him. I don't care. I just let Mike have it. I'm like, dude, I was so fascinated. The experience was so incredible, and like, mind you, smoking all this cocaine, we're locked in like a small bathroom. Like, it is so dense, the smoke in the air. Like, no crack house could possibly be that fucked up of like air quality, as far as just being in a cloud of fucking cocaine smoke. And we're having this great conversation, and Mike's smoking this coke smoke after coke smoke, and like, for probably like 3 hours, and then
Holy
all of it was
shit.
gone. We went through all of it, all of it, and then at the
You're some junkies, man.
and then when we were done with like 5 fucking grams of cocaine, like 3 hours later, like, and now because there's no more cocaine, it's time for Steve-O to go.
All right, Steve-O, we'll see you later, man. Thanks for coming.